Hi, everybody. Welcome back to AskTheDoctor.com Health and Wellness Series. I'm Dana Levinson, and you are also watching on the DL. Today is a first for me. I haven't done this before. I've interviewed lots of different people, lots of different ideas and topics, but this today is a first. I've never talked about. So I'm going to bring in our guest today. His name is Patrice Alexander. And when you join, you're going to tell us what we are talking about here today. I don't know anything about men's beards, and yet I am going to be fully aware of what men are going through in isolation with their hair problems after we speak. How's it going?
Dana, how you doing? I'm good. How's it
How are
going?
you? Nice
Good,
to see you.
good. How you making out in these times?
Yeah, you know what? I had an emergency consult today with my
Okay.
hair stylist because I said to him, I'm actually going bananas with my hair.
Right,
I have roots everywhere, having
right,
trouble styling, how long it's getting.
right,
And I was thinking this morning that
right.
men actually are having problems too.
A lot of problems. Yeah, yeah.
And we don't think about that as women. We just think we're in isolation. We're
Right,
struggling with our hair, our roots, our long hair. We don't know what to do, but
right.
yet they're struggling too.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of calls and a lot of text messages from my clients. We've been closed for about a month now. What are you at today? Today's the 23rd, 24th. Yeah, about a month that we've been closed. And
Yeah.
I mean, majority of my guys usually come in like every week, every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. And
What?
it's getting out of hand. Well, I mean, I understand females. I mean, my wife, she gets her hair done maybe once every 3, 4 weeks, once a month, whatever the case would be. But, guys like to keep it short and tight, you know. So, I mean, they're coming in every week, bi-weekly. It's getting out of hand. So I'm getting a lot of calls. I'm doing a lot
So,
of consults, as you would say.
okay, so you're getting consults, and
Right.
I don't mean to pry, but I'm going to a little bit.
Absolutely.
You have
Absolutely.
a star-studded client list,
Okay.
and you are located in downtown Toronto, but you do or you cut and you consult many NHLers. Is that true?
So we're actually uptown Toronto,
Oh,
uptown.
you're
Yeah,
uptown.
yeah, uptown. Yeah, yeah. We're at Yonge and Finch. I wish I could
Okay.
afford downtown, but we're uptown. Yeah. So one of my clients, you may know him or not. His name is PK Subban, New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, I've heard.
Um, yeah, you heard of him, yeah, maybe, yeah. So yeah, I've been cutting PK now for about 2020 for about 8 years now. I've been with PK, so I'm his personal barber. Also Nazem Kadri, used to play here for Toronto Maple Leafs. Kind of sad to see him go. He's
Yes.
in Colorado now. He's in a really good situation out there. A couple other guys, Luke Gazdick. Luke Gazdick, great guy. He's played for the Edmonton Oilers. He's out in the AHL now, so he's down in San Diego, playing with the Gull Wings out there. Another guy, Mark Frazier, he used to play for Toronto Maple Leafs. He's over in Germany. Well, he's back now, but he was over
Have
in
any
Germany
of
for the
these
season.
have any of these guys reached out to you during
Oh yeah,
isolation?
oh yeah. I talked to all of them. Yeah, I talked to everybody. Yeah. It's funny.
I'm I'm
Sorry, go
sorry
ahead.
to laugh. I'm
No, no,
sorry
no,
to
no,
laugh.
not at all.
I love it. I don't mean to be mean. I love it because if you knew really, like, I mean, you're a guy. If you
Right,
knew that we were suffering,
right,
and really, given everything that's going on in the world, it's really minuscule when you think about it. It's just hair, but it is your hair, and it's about self-care, and it's about maintenance. And I love the fact that PK Subban is calling you or texting you about his hair and his
Well,
beard.
yeah. Well, I mean, we talk pretty often. I mean, it's a bit more than just a client barber relationship. We talk pretty often. So we actually did something for YouTube, their YouTube channel. So he's engaged to Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
So they called me up maybe 2 weeks ago, and we did so I actually took her through cutting his hair. Well, cleaning it up, yeah, which is good. So hopefully that should be released soon. It was actually really good. It was really well done. It was really funny. I mean, you know
What?
him already. He's a bit of a class act. So you get a lot of laughs from him, a lot of chuckles from him.
So you are virtually instructing PK Subban's fiance to cut his hair.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? I mean, I travel down to see him, so I'm usually down. He's in New Jersey now. Last 3 years prior, he was in Nashville. So I'd be going out to Nashville like every 10 days, every 14 days. But now he's closer. He's in Jersey. So I'm usually down there every week. And usually when I'm down there, I mean, his fiance, Lindsey, she's retired now. So she's down there for the most part. And, she's usually, in and out of the bathroom while we're cutting. She's laughing and joking with us type thing. So she kind of sees what's going on. And she actually used to cut her brother's hair when she was younger. So,
Okay.
she kind of has her finger on the pulse.
Okay.
So to say, right? Yeah.
So tell me, what do you think is the biggest issue right now for men when it comes to grooming and their hair?
Well, it's beards. I mean, yeah, beards. Yeah.
Awesome.
Beards are huge in North America. The rest of the world, Eastern world, not as big, climate-wise, I guess, more or less. Guys have problems with the beards, maintaining the beards, maintaining the height, the length of the beards, and the lines. And it's just, I don't say it's ironic, but guys really, really see now how important their barbers, or even for you, how important your hairstylist is, right? I'm getting a lot of hearts. You're getting a lot of hearts. Yeah, a lot of hearts, for these guys who are really hardcore. These big workout guys are so tough. Patrice, man, I miss you. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
This is pretty serious now,
So what are they doing? How are they maintaining their beard? How are they maintaining that?
So I have some guys who don't even own clippers or razors, whatever the case would be. And some guys are waiting, like one of my good friends, he's actually waiting, and it's over a month. We were on FaceTime yesterday. I'm like, dude, just order something from Amazon.
Like what? Like what?
Okay.
What can you order from Amazon?
Okay, so I take my guys through and I tell them, listen, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys to buy exactly what I have. I'm not going to tell you to go to Walmart. No disrespect to Walmart at all, or buy something of a lesser quality than I have, So I'm all about consistency. So whatever I'm using at the barbershop, you could be using it at home too, right? Get that feel that it's kind of the same quality, right? So first and foremost, you got your clipper. Right?
Oh, we got props. I love it. You're showing.
Listen, you got to be prepared. My wife said, make sure you got all your clippers. My wife prompted me.
Okay.
Clipper, first and foremost, every man should have a clipper. Even my guys that come into the barbershop every single week, I tell them, listen, your hair is going to grow out in 7 days. Your hair is going to grow out in 14 days, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. You need to do a little bit of maintenance in between,
So my husband should have that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Father's Day is coming up. Father's Day is in June.
Okay.
Hint, hint. Father's Day is in June.
Okay. Listen, he may have one. I've never used that.
So if you've never seen it, he may not have one.
No, that doesn't mean he doesn't have one. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Clipper, very important, If you want to get a clipper, you want to get a clipper with the adjustable lever here, so you can kind of go down in levels, kind of go up and down in levels type thing, you know what I mean? These clippers have clips, of course. You put your attachments on, for levels, of course. Yeah, for levels there. You got me there. So I mean, they're pretty easy, pretty straightforward. They're numbered. This is a number 2. Guys. Well, you probably would know, but guys go in the barbershop and say, hey, can I get a number 1, or can I get a number 2, or can I get a number 3? And universally, majority of the clips are usually the same. I mean, for me personally, I go by fractions. So I'll go by 1/4 inch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. Just to get a bit more exact, precise, right?
Okay.
But for guys, sorry, go ahead.
No, so they need to buy. They could get this on Amazon. You're saying?
Okay, so let me retract that statement. With that being said, Amazon is actually 16 days behind in shipping.
Can you imagine what someone's beard will look like in 16 days?
Exactly. So from the time you think you, sorry?
Scissors.
Yeah. So you think about it, from the time you think to yourself, I need to get a shave, I need to get a clipper. So you're already 2 weeks out. So you're really a month behind.
Okay.
When you really think about it, right?
Can't you just use a razor?
So razors, no, because razors won't. Okay, so a beard of my length, you won't be able to use a razor, right? Okay. So when we're speaking razor, I'm old school. I'm that old school barber, so I have what's called a straight razor. I'm old school, yeah. I have what's called a straight razor, right? So straight razor is good for lines. The straight razor is really good for lines. Getting those lines.
Do you use that on PK Subban?
Sometimes, yeah. When we have time, like he's super busy and he has a lot on the go. And there's times where I'll be out there, and I actually have to cut his hair at the rink, and he'll be at practice. He'll run downstairs. So I'm already set up. He'll run downstairs like, okay, Patrice, you got 32 minutes. Because usually I like to give him an hour.
Right.
But there's times where it's not that it's not that time conducive. So we got to kind of shrink it down a bit.
What do you think men are missing the most right now from the barbershop? Is it the barber talk?
Yeah, the barbershop is the country club. It's where guys, whether it be half an hour. I mean, for example, hi Christine, how you doing? My barbershop, we're appointment only. So our thing is time. So we're giving you great service, great quality. But we're also giving you time, right? We're actually selling you time. So whatever time you book for, you kind of get in and get out. If you want to stay and hang out and talk, that's entirely up to you. Which most guys kind of.
What are they talking about? I mean, I can tell you what women are talking about at the hair salon. I want to know what guys are talking about.
I don't know if I want to hear what you guys are talking about at the barbershop, at the beauty salon. Guys are talking about sports. That's what we're talking about, sports.
Sports.
Well, yeah. So I mean, majority of my clients, like, we're into sports. It's a sports barbershop.
So
right.
I can tell you that at my house, when the television is on, it is all reruns right now. I have a house full of boys.
Yeah.
Literally a house full of boys.
And they love sports, don't they?
That's all they're watching is reruns.
Right.
All of sports.
Right.
So, and they talk about sports constantly.
Right.
So I guess that's what they're missing, is that conversation about sports. So that's what barbershop talk is about. It's about sports.
Absolutely. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with so there's a new documentary that came out. It's called The Last Dance. It's about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls last year that they won that ring, their championship. Are you familiar with it? Have you heard about it?
Well, yeah. Last Dance? I know it, but I don't know specifics, right? Like I'm not.
Right.
I don't watch it.
Right. So this has been in the vault for 22 years. So all the basketball enthusiasts, all the pundits, we've been waiting for this for 22 years. So the first two episodes dropped on Sunday. So my phone has been blowing up, guys, we're getting on calls, we're getting on FaceTime, we're getting on Zoom chats. We're talking. I was on a Zoom chat last night about the documentary with 25 people.
Wow.
Right? 20 people. Yeah. So I actually I do a show on NBA TV called The Lineup.
Yes. So I was going to ask you about that. So what's happening with your show right now?
Well, I mean, we can't do anything, right? I mean, everything's kind of shut down, right? It's so we actually shoot at the Jordan store downtown at Yonge Street, 306 Yonge Street, the Jordan store. So, I mean, it's non-essential business, right? So they actually closed down, and just even like social distancing and spacing, it wouldn't be conducive to what we're doing type thing, So we obviously had to take a break. But just even something like that, it's the same type feel, where it's myself, I have a guy in the chair, and I have two guys on the couch, and, and I kind of throw out topics, and we just kind of chew the fat, on current events in the NBA.
So people are asking right now, they're asking some questions. Someone just asked, how can I give my hair a trim? I
see that. My sideburns are huge.
And the other was my sideburns are huge.
Right. To be honest, so my first thing is, we're going through unprecedented times right now. And I know you're saying to yourself, it's just a haircut. I believe it's not just a haircut, me and PK have a saying, you look good, feel good, you perform good, right? Just even yourself, you say, okay, I'm going crazy here. I mean, and you're on TV. I mean, you have to look good. Just even waking up every single morning, you go into the routine of, you get your shower, you brush your teeth, wash your face, you do your hair, you change, you get out the door. We got to keep doing the same thing. We can't just let go of that and stop doing it, because I mean, these times, you're kind of not locked, but trapped in the house, you still want to feel good about yourself, so
Absolutely.
You still got to, so you still got to be grooming yourself properly. I mean, I don't have much hair, but I make sure that I clean myself up every 2 days, every 3 days, like I haven't really veered away from that, So
how does one clean his sideburns?
Okay, so sideburns, it all depends on what you're going with. I don't know. First and foremost, if you're using a razor, so I'm just going to use this as a bit of a template. Guys may have a safety razor, or you may have a big disposable. I like to use the ear as your marker. I got some guys that come into the barbershop. They're like, well, Patrice, can you take care of my sideburns? But my sideburns are kind of off. So I always make sure to look my clients straight on and I see how they level them off the
Okay.
sideburns, right? So all
Okay.
depend on how high you want your sideburns. Use your earlobes as your marker, and just kind of shave down, shave down and get rid of the excess hair. You can use other parts of the ear as your marker also. I'm not too sure what this part of the ear is. I wasn't really listening in biology class or science class. I'm not too sure what that's called. You could use the bottom end of that or the top end of that, just just as markers and levels. You
Okay,
know.
that's very good advice. But
Yeah.
one of the viewers had asked earlier, he wants to cut his hair. He wants to know how to trim his hair.
Right. So I was actually speaking to one of my good friends. He's a barber. He used to work with me. Actually, he cuts Drake's hair. He's actually Drake's personal barber. And we're kind of going back and forth, and we kind of came to the agreement that you're trapped inside the house. You don't want to really do too much with your hair. Like, you're not trying to take my job. You're just trying to clean yourself up, right? Is what you're trying to do. So we either say, if your hair is already short, you just take your lowest clip, you slap it on there, and you buzz down the whole thing.
Wow.
Just keep it low.
Careful.
If your hair is already low, take the lowest clip, slap it on there, turn them on, just get rid of everything,
Can
right?
I, if we have a clipper in our house, can I cut my husband's hair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Is your husband's hair short? Or is your husband's hair long?
Sure.
It's short? Absolutely.
Ish. Well,
Ish.
no, ish.
Medium,
Yeah.
right? So you
It's
may
like,
have to go with a bigger guard. You may have to go with a bigger guard,
all right, I
you
have to
know?
find,
Yeah,
oh,
you put the bigger guards on,
wow.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you see the difference in the sizes? Let me show you the difference of the sizes. So here we have 1/16 of an inch, and here we have a 1/4 inch. So you see the differences, right? Right? So this goes very short.
Mhm.
This going very tight. This here, it's going 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch off the scalp, right?
Um,
You kind of gauge
what,
from there.
what can you tell me about your friend who is also a hairdresser who cuts Drake's hair? What's Drake's problem with his hair right now? Too long?
Um, you know what? We kind of talked about everything but that, to be
Oh,
honest. He's a big
sorry.
basketball.
I'm just trying to get some scoop. Sure.
No, 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 no. No,
Sure.
absolutely.
No, I'm kidding.
He's a big basketball enthusiast like myself, so we're really talking about the whole about the Michael Jordan documentary. So you know what? That's a good question. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask when I talk to him in a couple of days.
Okay.
See how Drake is
And
faring, because he's in Ottawa and Drake is in Toronto, so he flies him in too, right? So I mean, he's under quarantine, so you can't really do much,
no, of
right?
course.
Kind of stuff, yeah,
It's a virtual haircut. Like,
yeah.
it's
Well, I
the
don't
way
know if Drake is.
you
Sorry,
are. Say that again?
I don't know if Drake is really doing too much, to be honest.
No, no, no. But
Yeah,
it's the same, like I reached out to my hairstylist and I was like,
right,
what do I do?
yeah.
Help me. So he virtually styled my hair today. Like, he said, this is what you need to do. I'm like, great.
Looks
So
good. Looks
yeah,
good.
thanks. So
Absolutely, looks good.
obviously you don't, thank you. So you don't have any advice for women?
Um, Geez, you know what? I do trim some females,
Mhm.
um, but their hair is relatively short. I do have a couple of females, that have long hair like yourself. One of my clients, she comes in twice a year and she takes off about 7.5 inches. But I mean, that's just like, yeah, she's like, Patrice, I can't take yeah, she's
No,
like this. Yeah, her hair is long. She's like this,
no.
Patrice, I can't take the hair salon, the waiting and the talk and stuff. I just want to get in and get out, So she does her
But
own thing.
what about color? Like, for women and men, what do you suggest to do about color?
I don't really color
Okay.
per se. Honestly, I mean, and now is the best time than any to do a lot of experimenting.
Oh,
No,
no.
no, no. I'm saying experimenting. No, 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 experimenting where, just even guys are like, okay, I don't know if I want to go that short with my hair.
Oh, I
You
see.
can go short now because we have no idea when these restrictions are going to lift, right? So
Grow
if you
back.
cut your hair short now, so by the time it lifts, you're probably back to where you were, right? Possibly.
Maybe. Careful. I tell
Maybe.
everyone careful. Now,
Maybe.
where can people find you? Because I know that you also have a product line, right?
Yeah. So the barbershop is it's called the Forum Barber Parlor. We're at Yonge Street, 5519 Yonge Street. We're Yonge, just south of Finch in North York, Toronto.
Okay, that's Toronto. Yeah.
Um, Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram at the Forum BP, at TheForumbP. Product line is called the Alexander and Company, which I was going to get to.
Yeah, do it.
Guys with beards, guys with beards. This is what you need. You need some beard oil because at the end of the day, listen, you got to make sure you're groomed up. Again, it's everyday life we're going through here. You got to make sure you're groomed up. So you need some of that. You also need some of our beard scrub. Beard scrub is
Oh, yeah.
great. All the products are all natural. You got to make sure you keep the beard clean because the thing with the beard is the beard traps a lot of dust, a lot of dirt in there. It gets pretty wispy in there. It does get pretty nasty. You want to make sure you get it cleaned up. So we do have our beard scrub too for that. All natural, good for the face. Yeah.
Those two products.
Yeah, 2 products of the beard. Yeah. Good
Okay.
stuff for the beard. Yeah.
So if anybody needs, they could find you on Instagram as well.
Yeah. Yeah. At the Alexander and Co. On Instagram page. Follow us. You can even find us on we actually have a e-commerce site, www.thealexanderandcompany at thealexanderandco.com.
Okay.
You can order offline there. Hopefully, it won't be too long to get to you. We actually had two shipments on back order today. It took a little bit longer than expected because these guys. Great job on the frontline workers. These guys work at the post office. These guys are working overtime.
Yes.
But I guess there's so much volume that everything is kind of getting backed up a bit. So we actually had to ship out today to we're in North York. We shipped to Brampton, which actually got delayed, and shipped out to North Vancouver this afternoon. So hopefully you guys you get your packages sooner than later.
Okay. So before I let you go, is there any pearls of wisdom that you could offer everybody right now when it comes to beard maintenance and hair? And is there anything else you want to add? Because I feel like this has been very helpful. I'm very helpful. I'm going to be speaking to my husband tonight about his hair. I want to find out where his clipper is, and yeah.
Just don't be mad if he says you're not allowed to cut his hair. Don't be upset.
Oh, I won't be.
Don't be upset. Yeah, just don't be upset.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm absolutely good. I don't want to, but I will. Yeah.
Gotcha. Again, our saying, look good, feel good, perform good. And, again, in these unprecedented times, you just want to feel good about yourself. That's all we really have right now, right? You can't make anybody else feel good if you don't feel good.
I agree.
Thing, right?
I agree. I think self-care and feeling good about yourself, like you said, you wake up, you shower, you do your hair. You don't have to do it as if you're going to work or as if you're going to a party, but you want to take care of yourself, because
absolutely,
the more you let yourself go, the bigger a problem it's going to be, right?
No, absolutely. Just even me being at home. I'm not essential business, so I'm home every day. My wife's still working, so she has her own office. So, she gets up, she gets dressed, and like, ooh, you look even better than usual. She's like, you gotta tell me. I never like that. I'm like, well, I'm just saying, yeah. I make sure, like, you gotta change your clothes. Every single morning you wake up, don't stay in your pajamas. Make sure you take your shower, brush your teeth, wake up, change your clothes if you're going out. You don't gotta wear slacks. Sorry?
Do your hair.
Sorry?
Do your hair.
Absolutely.
Wash your hair. Take care of your hair.
Absolutely. Wash your hair. Scrub that beard. Make sure and scrub that beard.
That's
and
right.
Make sure you get some of that. Make sure you get some of that beard oil in there. Make sure. You got to keep it maintained. Keep it maintained.
You are absolutely delightful.
Thank you.
My boys grow their beards, I'll be sure to connect with you again, but they haven't.
How old are your boys?
What's that?
How old are your boys?
I have 2 boys from my belly and 2 more stepsons.
Okay, great.
The 2 older ones are 19 and 17. And
they don't have beards yet.
15 and 13. And my 15-year-old has just started, like, with the sideburns and
shaving up a little bit, eh? Yeah.
Shave that off. It doesn't look it doesn't look good, right?
It's not full yet, right?
No, it doesn't look good.
Right. Listen, tell them to keep my number and call me in a couple of years. They're gonna get there. We got a bunch of teenagers. Keep my number. Yes,
I will tell them to make sure that they keep their self-care going as well. They're made
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Great.
Thank you so, so much. I hope people, if they try to find you, they can find you on Instagram.
No worries
And
at all.
I
Thank you for having me
stay
on.
100%. I hope you stay safe and well during this
Absolutely. Same to
time.
you.
And I hope to meet you in person one day. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. I had a great time. Thank you.
Okay. Be well, Patrice. Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much. Take care.
Sure.
Stay safe. Bye.